Hi, everybody. Last month, Jeff was talking about EMFs, electromagnetic fields, and I'm not sure if everybody really understands them. There's a lot of conflicting information on the internet, but I'll give you what I came up with, okay? Number one, all things electric create EMFs. According to the WHO, electric fields are created by differences in voltage. The higher the voltage, the stronger the resultant field. That's electric fields. Magnetic fields are created when electric current flows. The greater the current, the stronger the magnetic field. An electric field will exist even when there is no current flowing. If current does flow, the strength of magnetic field will vary with power consumption, but the electric field strength will stay constant. It decreases as when you move farther away from it. But in other words, even if you have something plugged in, but like a strip cord, but you shut off the cord, there's still electricity in there, and it's flowing. It's just waiting to be unblocked so it can go into the strip cord. Okay. Now, according to cancer.gov, power lines produce magnetic fields which continuously have a current because it's always flowing through them. Electric fields are easily shielded or weakened by walls and other objects, whereas magnetic fields can pass through buildings, living things, and other material. So now this is their example of low-level EMFs. Microwave ovens, computers, house energy meters, wireless routers, cell phones, Bluetooth devices, power lines, MRIs. Examples of high levels are ultraviolet light and X-rays. Now that's going to be disputed and further down the line here. On the website Well and Good, think about all the EMFs that we're surrounded by every single day. We sit in computers, we spend evenings with our phones and tablets, and as G5 mobile networks roll out around the world with higher frequency radio waves and a greater concentration of cell towers, a number of scientists are saying that our growing EMF exposure could have an adverse impact on health. At the same time, organizations like the National Institutes of Health and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention generally agree that although more research needs to be done, the majority of EMFs we're exposed to don't pose a conclusive health risk. So, what do you believe? In January 2019, a group of over 250 scientists from around the world submitted a revised petition to the WHO, World Health Organization, asking for greater protections against non-ionizing low-level EMFs in the environment. Based upon peer-reviewed published research, we have serious concerns regarding the ubiquitous and increasing exposure to EMF generated by electric and wireless devices. Numerous recent scientific publications have shown that EMF affects living organisms at levels way below the international national guidelines. Effects include increased cancer risk, cellular stress, increase in harmful free radicals, genetic damages, structural and functional changes of the reproductive system, learning and memory deficits, neurological disorders, and negative impacts on general well-being in humans. Now, there's also radio frequency radiation, which are high-frequency electromagnetic radiation. Now, according to this website, it says RF sources are cell towers and antenna, portable phones, cell phones, wireless computer networks, radar equipment, and of course the in-house wireless network. According to World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer, EMFs are possibly carcinogenic to humans. Now, the problem of health effects of RF EMF has not been definitively resolved, but due to the results of previous research on possible health effects, It seems necessary to use precautionary principles when the new sources of electromagnetic emissions will be planned and installed. Um, we have to be careful who prints things, who are their sources, who are their sponsors. Now, this is just my personal opinion. I've done enough reading and listening, and I believe that they are harmful. That's why I went through our V store and got one of our pendants, and I have a cell phone EMF blocker. You would have to do more researching if you choose to understand, more about EMFs. But we are bombarded 24/7 with EMFs. Anything that's plugged in still has electricity going through it, okay? A very interesting story I read, which was published at least 30 years ago in Prevention magazine, mentioned a man who leaned holistically, and he was thinking about this, and he thought, I don't think it's smart to have electrical current running through my house all night long when we're supposed to be regenerating and rejuvenating. And he literally shut off all his circuit breakers at night. That was 30 years ago. Okay. If you are interested in protection from these, I highly suggest going to our V store. I have looked over numerous EMF protectors. We have some of the best there are and some of the best prices you will find. But as I said, that's up to you with what little research I could present today. If you need more, go ahead. And at least there are some good protection to you. And I think I'm really running long, so I better shorten it. And thank you so much. I hope you learned something, guys.